Joe? You're bleeding everywhere. I'm calling 911.
Those were the only words I can remember. From the night I lost all control over my body and fell over in the bathroom, only to find myself lying in a pool of my own blood, moments before the paramedics gave me 13 stitches in the back of my head. I wake up every morning thankful that I'm finally able to get back to my life as normal. Especially because not long ago, anyone who saw me knew I was suffering excruciating pain. And although this story is painful and embarrassing to tell, a guardian angel has given me the power to do so. Because this all led to a breakthrough discovery that not only saved my quality of life, but may very well save yours too. And as unreal as my life still feels when I wake up every morning, none of it would have been possible without the simple 10-second morning routine that I was lucky enough to have discovered by pure accident. An amazingly powerful health and body transforming ritual that turns everything you thought possible about maintaining healthy, flexible joints without those nagging aches. Safe, fast, and effective weight loss. Consistent energy throughout the day, and turns it all completely upside down. It almost feels like I discovered the fountain of youth. And whether I stumbled upon this because of dumb luck, divine intervention, or because it was destiny, I believe I absolutely have a responsibility to share it with you and anyone else in need. Now listen to me very carefully. If you or someone you love has chronic joint pain, feels stuck with 10, 20, or 30 or more pounds of excess fat, or have very little energy, or are experiencing accelerated aging like my wife and I did, then this simple morning routine that takes less than 10 seconds to complete is about to change your life for the better in every way that counts forever. Now let me be clear. This has absolutely nothing to do with diets, drugs, exercise, or any kind of weird exotic pills, powders, or anything else you might be concerned about. I promise you, this is completely safe, all natural, yet completely different than anything you've ever seen before. Yet this does have to do with something every single person on earth begins doing every single day after they reach 35 years of age. When we don't address this one thing correctly, the science is crystal clear. Losing weight and fixing your chronic joint pains are literally impossible, no matter what you eat, how much you exercise, or any fad diets or weight loss shakes you try. And uncontrollable weight gain, chronic pain, premature aging, loss of energy, very little sex drive, rapidly deteriorating health, and potentially finding yourself in an early grave are all virtually inevitable. I know this all too well, but I'll share that with you in a moment. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Joseph Gardner, and I like to consider myself a pretty average man. I love sports, go to church every Sunday, and after 4 years of serving my country, I married and have spent my entire career working with my hands. Up until a few years ago, I'd spend my free time tinkering around in my garage, going on walks around the neighborhood with my loving wife Mary, or getting to enjoy being around my daughter and 3-year-old granddaughter. I've lived a modest yet enjoyable life and continue to work hard every day in order to keep food on the table. I spent years dealing with joint pain by taking over-the-counter pills whenever I needed. My pain continued to get worse the more I worked, but I didn't really have a choice. I wasn't cut out for a job behind a computer all day, and definitely didn't have enough to retire. And I found myself constantly fighting an uphill battle to keep my pain under control without resorting to dangerous and potentially fatal opioids. This lasted for several years, right up until I was blindsided by that night. I felt such extreme pain come out of nowhere that I nearly died. This was a night like any other. I was brushing my teeth before bed, and then a severe, sharp, stabbing pain attacked my elbow that was so agonizing I lost all control. My entire body became stiff as a board and completely seized up. I fell over, and without even being able to move my arms to brace my fall, I smashed my head against the side of the bathtub. My wife Mary heard the sound of me crashing down and came as quickly as she could. I was lying motionless in a pool of my own blood, but could hear Mary begging me to get up. Mary called 911, and thank God that the paramedics arrived as quickly as they did. They helped stop the bleeding, stitched me up, and made sure I didn't have a concussion. Mary was worried sick, but I told her that I was fine. I didn't want to worry her, since I'm supposed to always be the one taking care of her. But deep down, I was terrified. What if the paramedics hadn't arrived on time? What if this happens again? What if I'm unable to go back to work? How will I be able to support us? There's no way that I'd be able to start over again at my age, and in such rough shape. I knew that I had to take this very seriously. So, the next morning, I made an appointment to see my specialist right away. The doctor ran a series of x-rays, MRIs, and a bunch of other tests. And a few days later, I went back to the doctor's office to go over the results. We sat down and the doctor asked if I truly understood what joint pain is and how it happens. I said that I assumed it was just something that happens as we get old. The doctor shared the real cause of joint pain and why it's almost impossible to avoid if you are not prepared. Mr. Gardner, the doctor said, in between our bones, we have a thin layer of cartilage that acts as a buffer to make sure the bones don't rub up against each other. As we age, this cartilage gradually deteriorates. This can happen just from any number of factors, such as being overweight, repeated stress on a joint, or even normal everyday activities such as walking up and down stairs or carrying heavy objects. This is when the doctor said something truly scary. Have you ever stood at the deli counter and watched as the butcher ran a big chunk of ham back and forth over the meat slicer? While each slice may be paper thin, before long, that entire ham is completely gone. That's essentially what happens to the cartilage in our bodies. The thinner the cartilage becomes, the greater the joint pain we feel. And once the cartilage is gone, it's gone for good. I was about to get the wake-up call I'd never forget. All of this made sense, but the one thing I still didn't understand was exactly what happened that night when I fell over in the bathroom and nearly died. I mean, I was already worried that I wouldn't be able to keep working much longer with my debilitating joint pain, but what happened that night was the most terrifying experience of my life. The doctor told me that I had practically no cartilage remaining in my elbow, and when I bent my arm to brush my teeth, not only was bone now rubbing against bone, but those bones were actually crushing the ulnar nerve, which runs in between them. The doctor explained that my brain thought I was under serious attack, so it sent a signal to the rest of my body to stop all motor function and protect my vital organs. That's why I seized up and wasn't even able to brace myself when I fell over, smashing my head on the side of the bathtub. The doctor said that I'd need surgery right away, or else this could easily happen again at any moment. Only next time, I might not be as lucky. I told the doctor that I couldn't afford to take even a few days off while I recovered from the surgery. And that's when I heard something that made me feel completely hopeless. The doctor looked me dead in the eyes and said, "No, Mr. Gardner, you don't understand. You won't be out of work for a few days. The recovery time for this operation is 3 to 4 months on average, and it doesn't look like your insurance is going to cover the costs. I can give you some pills that should help you with the pain for the next few weeks, but you're going to need to make any necessary arrangements and find a way of coming up with the $72,000 very soon." I was completely defeated and about to accept my fate when something miraculous happened. My wife Mary and daughter Elizabeth were both in the car waiting to pick me up from the doctor's office. I told them everything the doctor said and how all I could think to do was to pray to God for an answer from above. As I rested my head against the car window, feeling completely hopeless, Mary and Elizabeth said that they would do everything in their power to help rid my body of this excruciating pain once and for all, without being dependent on pills for the rest of my life, without risking my home and going into bankruptcy from a surgery that would prevent me from working for months, and most importantly, without risking addiction and possibly death from dangerous pharmaceuticals. I didn't know it at the time, but this would be the day that everything began to turn around. My wife and daughter both took very different approaches to trying to help me. My wife decided to look for holistic options that may be available. She had me try things like acupuncture, taking a few different kinds of CBD, crystals, candles, oils, and even something called Reiki, which is an ancient Japanese form of energy healing where the practitioner puts their hands near you but never actually touches you. Unfortunately, but unsurprisingly, none of this had any effect on me. Thankfully, my daughter works at a university as a researcher in the biology department. She told a few of her colleagues the scary statistic that every year, over 54 million Americans suffer from chronic joint pain. This is a serious problem that they must find an answer to. They agreed to pitch in and help me with the research however possible. And for the next few weeks, my daughter practically lived at the university. Eventually, I ran out of the pills my doctor had prescribed, and my pain started to come back. My back hurt so badly one night that I couldn't sleep a wink. Rather than tossing and turning all night, I decided to go and watch some TV in the living room. Little did I know that a 3 a.m. TV show would be the most important program I'd ever watch. After flipping through the channels for a bit, I settled on a show about ancient Greece. Because my pain kept coming and going, I was dozing in and out of sleep, which meant I really wasn't paying much attention. I didn't know if I was imagining it or not, but I thought I heard the narrator mention something about a 10-second morning routine that the original Olympic athletes and even the Royal Guard soldiers swore by because it would heal them. In my sleepy haze, I quickly scribbled down what I thought I heard and eventually nodded off. The next day, I called my daughter Elizabeth and told her what I had written down. I knew that she probably wouldn't be able to find anything, since all I had to offer were my incoherent notes about something I may or may not have heard while I was half asleep. That night, Elizabeth came over for dinner and brought a stack of books about ancient Greece she borrowed from the history department. And to my absolute amazement, the notes I gave her were actually correct. It turns out that the ancient Olympians and the king's soldiers all started their day by drinking the water from this one specific river because of its magical restorative properties. It turns out that just a few years ago, researchers traveled to this area of Greece because they were interested in learning more about this for themselves. What they discovered about this magical river water was nothing short of astonishing. It turns out that because of the very unique part of the world this river is located in, the water contains very special and rare minerals, which were unlike anything I've ever seen before. The ancient Greeks swore by this water because they said it could restore their bones, muscles, and joints. And they were right. As my daughter explained it, the minerals in the water have a very unique chemical makeup that actually strengthens joints. It's pH neutral, so it actually protects your cartilage from erosion and helps prevent it from weakening further. Unlike other minerals, these bind to your cartilage to help protect it. This means the minerals can penetrate the cartilage surface to actively strengthen them every time you consume it. My daughter explained that when you sleep, your body naturally goes through a complete head-to-toes restorative process. Basically, everything that you'd want and everything that matters when it comes to your body's health happens when you're in bed sleeping. Vital tissues all throughout your body are repaired, including your organs, muscles, and joints. They all begin to heal. Your brain cells regenerate, and proteins are cleaned out, allowing you to maintain memory and to optimize cognitive function. And by introducing a small amount of the right minerals when you first wake up in the morning, you are actively helping to prevent further wear and tear from occurring throughout the day. So, it's easy to see how by using the right kind of minerals to protect yourself from additional deterioration, combined with a restorative night's sleep, you can actually begin to feel years worth of joint damage begin to disappear before you know it. So if you've been trying to take care of yourself, eat right and exercise and avoid doing things that cause joint pain, yet none of this is working, if the number on the scale doesn't go down despite your efforts, if your joint pain is continuing to get worse, or if you've ever felt like your overall health is out of your control, trust me, you're not alone, and it's definitely not your fault. My daughter Elizabeth told me to take a small amount of the minerals every morning when I woke up and track my daily progress. Before I knew it, my knees and hips no longer hurt from standing up or going up and down the stairs. Reaching for things or moving my head in certain ways no longer aggravated my neck. And I didn't feel any discomfort at all in my elbows, no matter what I was doing. I began feeling better than I had in years. And my increased energy levels and sex drive were further proof that I was finally on my way to being my old self again. My wife Mary was so amazed by my results that she decided to join me in taking the minerals every morning. And she'll tell you, it was the best decision she's ever made. Within a few weeks, she had lost a total of 28 pounds of pure body fat and dropped 7 dress sizes, all as a result of her increased energy and how much better she felt overall. One morning, after returning home from playing a round of tennis together, Elizabeth called and asked Mary and I to come over to her university because she had something for us. Elizabeth handed me a bag full of various nutrients and a piece of paper with a long list of directions written on it and told us to follow it exactly. Elizabeth compiled a list of nutrients and noted exactly how much of each one we were to take in the morning. Taking any one of these nutrients on their own will provide some noticeable benefits, yet you'll be completely blown away by the incredible synergistic effect you'll experience when taken together as instructed. These nutrients are all natural and actually quite common, so you'll probably recognize some of them, but you won't believe the incredible difference they make to your body and health when taken all at the same time. These nutrients include 1,675 milligram formula of special sulfates that both cushion your joints and supports tissue elasticity to promote joint mobility. 150 milligrams of the purest grade naturally sourced turmeric for its natural anti-inflammatory properties which reduce discomfort and allow for greater range of motion. 200 milligrams of a rare East Indian boswellia tree which has proven to decrease swelling and redness around your joints, work as an anti-arthritic and ease joint pain. 25 milligrams of MSM, which plays an important role in making collagen and vital for healthy bones and joints. And finally, 25 milligrams of quercetin and bromelain, because it provides relief and anti-inflammatory properties. It can also help loosen up stiff muscles and joints, so you can begin getting back to the life without the discomfort. Mary and I took everything together as instructed first thing in the morning, and we were absolutely amazed with the results we felt after just a few days. Not only that, but I was also given the gift of time. Time to enjoy doing the things I love and with the people I love. Since I no longer felt held back with crippling joint pain, I felt as if I received a new lease on life. Almost like I found a time machine or a fountain of youth and could go back to a time before any of my joint discomfort or weight gain began. After seeing how well the protocol worked for myself and my wife, along with friends, neighbors, co-workers I've given it to, I wanted to share it with anyone suffering from debilitating joint pain, especially people who also want to lose those extra pounds and generally feel better all over. And just as I was getting started, I was faced with 3 big problems right out of the gate. First, finding the highest possible quality of these powerful nutrients from all over the world. It's not easy. I couldn't just pick them up at the store, since it was nearly impossible to find them in their purest and most potent formulation. The next problem I encountered was that the cost to purchase all of them one at a time is absurdly expensive. And finally, the massive amount of time and energy needed to precisely measure out and take each nutrient was incredibly daunting. Looking at these 3 problems head on was intimidating to say the least, but I believe it's fate that put me here. In some weird way, I really believe that this was God's plan for me all along. So, I begged my daughter to leverage all of her contacts at the university she worked at, and I even had to call in a few big favors at work to get enough time off. I was able to source all of the necessary nutrients in bulk, and in the purest and most potent quality from the most vetted and trusted suppliers anywhere on the planet. I worked directly with the same manufacturer my daughter's university has used for over a decade. This would allow me to get everything the joint discomfort regimen required in a tiny and easy to swallow form. These little vegetarian capsules should be taken first thing in the morning as part of your 10-second routine. But if for some reason you forget, it's not a big deal. Just take them once you remember, with or without food. That was it. Before I knew it, we had done it. We successfully encapsulated the world's first all-natural formula, utilizing the fountain of youth mineral the ancient Olympians swore by for its restorative properties, as well as the other minerals that work in perfect synergy together to further enhance your results, restore your energy, and help you lose the unwanted fat, so you can finally take your life back. Now that I had the answer I had been desperately looking for, I made it my life's mission to help as many people as I possibly could to end their joint pain once and for all, transform their bodies, their health, and their lives overall with this breakthrough formula. And that's exactly why I'm so excited for you to be here today. I feel honored to share with you JointEternal, the world's first all-natural nutritional protocol that helps prevent terrible joint discomfort before it starts, providing everlasting joint comfort and support, and gives you an increase in energy, which boosts your metabolism so you can shed those unwanted pounds. JointEternal is the only product in the world that contains the 7 special nutrients and minerals in the exact amount scientifically confirmed to support healthy inflammation around your joints, protect your cartilage, and allow your body to naturally heal itself from the inside. You need to understand something. There has never been anything like JointEternal since the days of the ancient Greek Olympians, as myself, Mary, and countless everyday men and women can tell you. Melting off unwanted fat, restoring your health, and turning back the hands of time simply couldn't be easier. However, this breakthrough formulation is far more effective than anything you may have tried in the past, because all of the nutrients and minerals were designed to work in perfect synergy together. They each enhance each other's effectiveness and provide you with the best possible results you'll ever experience. Just take 3 capsules of JointEternal when you wake up in the morning and let nature do the rest. You can look forward to feeling less joint discomfort while looking leaner, healthier, and younger, all while enjoying a more energized version of yourself. When you look in the bathroom mirror each and every morning, you're going to look and feel better than the day before. And you won't have to change your diet, exercise, or lifestyle. This simply could not be any easier or more automatic. Every capsule of JointEternal is manufactured here in the USA in our state-of-the-art FDA-approved and GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices, certified facility under the most sterile, strict, and precise standards. Every bottle is triple-checked before they are ever sent out, and I personally perform random spot checks of the facility to guarantee they remain at the highest possible quality standards. JointEternal is gluten-free, sugar-free, lactose-free, 100% all-natural, and completely safe with absolutely no side effects. Now, I need to ask you an important question. What would it be worth to you to live your life free of chronic joint discomfort? To no longer feel limited or afraid that certain actions will cause you debilitating pain that seems to last forever? How much would it be worth getting to live your life in the body of your dreams without having to change your diet or exercise routine or deprive yourself of your favorite foods? What about the amazing feeling when you wake up every morning looking and feeling younger and healthier than the day before? To gain your energy back, excited to live your life to the fullest, getting to spend your time doing the things you love and with the people you love, being able to live your life on your own terms while remaining healthy, lean, and discomfort-free. 5,000, 10,000, 25,000? Is there really even a number you can put on it? Well, I've got some good news for you. You're going to experience all of these incredible benefits, and it won't cost you anywhere nearly as much as you might be thinking. For me, being able to offer you JointEternal isn't about money. This is about getting to fulfill God's plan for me, helping to prevent your joint discomfort and stop it in its tracks, drop the extra pounds, and take your life back into your own hands. This is about having lived through the endless pain, frustration, and helplessness, thinking I would be a prisoner in my own body for the rest of my life, and the devastating health issues that came as a result, and not being able to do anything about it. I feel blessed to have stumbled upon this amazing health-restoring formula, and thank God every day. All I care about is getting it into the hands of anybody who needs the help. That's why I'm not going to ask the $249, which my daughter's university suggested, or even half of that. The last thing I want is for the price to stand in your way. The truth is, the cost to acquire the different nutrients at the highest purity and potency levels is incredibly expensive, and the price is only going to go up from here. So even though I will be forced to charge at least $149 per bottle in the upcoming days, in order to cover the costs, you won't have to pay that much when you order today. Right now, you can get one bottle, a full 30-day supply of JointEternal for a single one-time fee of just $59. That's right, just $59. Yet before you order, keep in mind that our university research shows it's best to take JointEternal consistently for at least 90 days or 180 days to experience optimal results, to ensure you reach your goal and stay there. So, to guarantee you the most impactful life-changing results, I'm going to let you order a 30, 90, or 180-day supply of JointEternal today at an astounding one-time discount that I won't be able to offer again. This will save you even more money on top of today's special low pricing. That said, I can only guarantee the special pricing for today or until our limited inventory runs out. I've recently received word from our suppliers that our next batch of JointEternal is going to cost us a lot more to produce. And we're selling out of this current stock faster than anyone could have anticipated. More reasons why picking up the 90 or 180-day supply today is the smartest option. And just let me be super clear about a few things. You'll never be able to buy JointEternal cheaper than today. Additionally, JointEternal will never be available for purchase from any other websites or retail stores. Now, you can rest assured this is a one-time payment. There are no hidden charges or subscription fees whatsoever. I've always hated that stuff as much as you do. So, provided there are a few bottles of JointEternal still in stock, you'll see a table appear below with the 3 money-saving options for you to choose from. Select your package and then click the Add to Cart button. You'll be sent to our ultra-secure 256-bit order page that looks like this. Then simply fill in your information and confirm your order, and we'll get your package sent directly to your door right away. And listen, because I'm so confident that you'll experience absolutely profound, life-changing results, I'm going to completely guarantee you are beyond satisfied. I'm giving you a 60-day, no questions asked, 100% money-back guarantee to make this a no-brainer decision for you. If trying JointEternal doesn't turn out to be the best decision you've ever made, if your joints don't start feeling better so you can begin taking your life back, or if you simply aren't getting the kinds of results you want, just let us know anytime in the next 60 days and we'll refund you the purchase price right away. My team and I are extremely easy to get a hold of. Just email us at support@jointeternal.com or call us at 1-800-216-7614. There's simply no risk to you. The only downside you could possibly see is the pain and regret if you miss out on experiencing this life-changing formula when you had the chance. Now, you have 2 full months to experience the amazing impact this one-of-a-kind joint discomfort-preventing formula will have on your health, your body, your appearance, and your life before you decide. Okay, it's time to select your money-saving package below and to experience firsthand everything I've talked about today. 100% risk-free. Right now, you've come to a very real crossroads of a once-in-a-lifetime choice you must make between 2 very different realities. Choice number 1 means you do nothing. You don't do anything to permanently fix the one problem holding you back from the body, the health, and the life you truly want and deserve. A reality that is full of even more pain, frustration, and feelings of helplessness as your weight gain inevitably worsens. Your health, quality of life, and appearance continues to deteriorate. A reality in which you never truly feel free. Never be free to eat what you want, go where you want, or do what you want, since you feel like a prisoner to pain in your own body. A reality where you find yourself feeling completely trapped, living inside a body of a life that's simply a shell of what it once was, and what it could have and should have been. None of this is what I want for you, and I know this is not what you deserve for yourself. Then there's option number 2, and this comes with an entirely different reality. A reality full of freedom and possibilities. A better reality that has been chosen and celebrated by thousands of men and women who decided to take their lives into their own hands and give JointEternal a risk-free shot today. One in which horrible joint discomfort, endless calorie counting, and failed attempts at weight loss don't exist. The fresh start at a new quality of life you've been looking for, hoping for, and deserve to experience for yourself. It's a reality in which you have total, complete, and permanent control of your joint health, weight, and overall well-being. A reality where each morning you wake up feeling better, looking better, and enjoying more energy than the day before. A reality in which every aspect of your life will be improved as a result of the new and improved you. And let's face it, this is the reality you've been waiting for far too long. You may never forgive yourself if you let today's once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass you by. It's time to do the smart thing, the right thing for you and your family while you still can. Select your money-saving package below and take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to claim the body, the health, and the life you truly deserve.